All right, man. What's up?
How you doing there, Vinny?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I'm doing all right. First off, you're the very first guest on CJAY-92.com's Head to Head. You must be very flattered.
Very flattered. That's awesome. No, and very exciting, man.
Absolutely, and I just hold this up so everybody can follow along, whether you're, the hashtag on the Twitter, all that jazz. Welcome, man. I'm glad that you can do this, and it's kind of a cool, crazy thing that we can sit here stretched out by miles. I know I sound like an old guy, but it's a pretty damn cool thing for a guy in radio to be able to sit here and talk to Vinny Paul from Hell Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I guess it's kind of like, Houston talking to the astronauts. You get to see them, but you don't know where they're at. So
Yeah,
this works fine.
exactly, man. Quick question: you got the new album, "Sangre por Sangre," "Blood for Blood," coming out June 10th. Fantastic single so far. Did you guys just cram back a whole bunch of Monster Energy drinks before the sessions, because you guys went balls out on this one, dude?
We just really felt like we wanted to make the record of our career. We put everything we had into it. We brought a new producer on board with us. Kevin Cherko worked with us, and he's worked with Mutt Lange and the last couple of Ozzy records, and his track record's just incredible. And I think he really got the very best out of us. So we're really proud of the record, and we can't wait for June 10th to get here so the world can hear it, man.
No doubt. You were saying that, I've heard some other interviews from you guys saying that this is exactly the way you guys should have sounded 3 albums ago, and it's finally coming to fruition. Is it just a matter of growing into those roles, or was it a producer thing? You know what I mean?
Well, I think, honestly, when we started the band, we wanted no barriers on it. We really wanted to be able to do stuff outside of what we did in our previous bands, and we touched on some southern rock, some bluesy stuff, just straight up rock, and then there was metal in there too, but it was really, really diverse and really broad. And with the last record, Band of Brothers, we kind of got back to our metal roots and really started bringing what people expected from us, and we just took it to another level with the metal thing this time around on this record.
And being in Las Vegas and recording that in Las Vegas, do you think that any of that kind of influenced your sound? You know what I mean? It's a fairly aggressive place. It's a fairly everything place. So did that play out, make it a little more colorful for you?
No, I bought a house out there like 5 years ago, so I spent quite a bit of time out there, back and forth between there and Texas, and of course being on the road, which I am right now. But that's how I got to know Kevin. His studio is literally 2 miles from my house in Vegas.
Nice.
And it was like a no-brainer for us to just be able to work, and really the focus was incredible on this record. Really, we really put our heads to it and got the best record that we could out of it.
Yeah, and good to hear that there's a Canadian influence on this whole album,
man.
right? You got
man.
a Canuck at the helm. Now, was he more of a? I can't imagine being Canadian that he was more of a drill sergeant. He was probably more of a, hey, why don't we try it this way, guy?
He's a really great producer in the aspect that he makes the record that you want to make, not the record that he wants to make.
Right.
And he really understood where we were coming from with the band. We got the sounds that we wanted. And not only is he a great producer, he's an amazing engineer. And sonically, it's definitely the best sounding record we've ever had. And he was just great to work with, man. We really learned to trust him really fast. And, we just never really clashed, never really butted heads. It was just all positive energy all the time.
Yeah, and nothing wrong with that, because I imagine you guys can get into a studio and there's, a bunch of high-strung kind of guys, high-strung energy, trying to get all that stage energy back into your music. And it's nice to have that producer that can just go, okay, all right, let's just start again and take it and, calm you guys down and do it that way, right?
Yeah.
Very cool. Now, I've got October 24th all circled on my calendar for the Joint at the Hard Rock. Now, this tour is obviously going really well for you guys. And then you're kind of ending that version of your tour from where you started, right back in Vegas, man. So kind of cool for you. And I think a lot of people from Calgary want to travel down for that show after seeing Sangre por Sangre and everybody coming out, right? So
I'm blown away with how many Canadians are in Las Vegas, man. They just about run the town. Almost every musician I know in town is from Canada there, and they're great players, and they're really, really cool people. And, Vegas to me is a home away from home, so it's almost like a hometown show for us. We just finished 2 months out with Avenged Sevenfold, which was extremely successful and just a really great band to tour with. We've got a couple more weeks on our own and doing some festivals, and then we take a little bit of time off. The record comes out. We go to Europe in August, which we're really excited about, a bunch of big festivals all over Europe, and then we start the tour with Volbeat and Five Finger Death Punch coming September, and it goes all the way to the end of October, and then November rolls around, we go to Australia and Japan, and then hopefully next year the record will keep doing the kind of success that we expect from it, and we'll still be touring.
Yeah, man. When I heard about that tour being announced and the bands kind of complement each other energy-wise, it is going to be like probably what, 3.5, 4 hours a night? Everybody just going balls out and going crazy. It's going to be fantastic, man.
Awesome tour, man.
And I always picture you guys, when I see you guys out on tour, I always picture you guys, or hope that you guys are all in rat rods, following each other down a highway and just big skull shifters and just having a good time, man. So June 10th, we look forward to it. Vinny, we don't want to keep you too long, but once again, we'll throw this up there so everybody can follow along.
Head to head.
Hell yeah, buddy. And I like the fact that you kind of take, they're not selfies from behind the drum kit. Do you have a camera back there every once in a while to get the crowd shot?
That's my drum tech. He's always taking pictures for me back there. And, I like posting them up. The fans really appreciate it, dig it, and they kind of gives them an opportunity to feel like what I feel like when I'm back there playing drums.
Yeah, man. You see a couple of those pictures, and you really get that full energy. I saw a couple of shots from Montreal, and you're just going, yeah, you loved it, man. So
I tell you what, the Canadian shows were incredible, and it's really a shame that there was no availabilities in Calgary, or otherwise we'd done a Calgary show. The show in Edmonton was absolutely incredible, and the people up there really have taken to hell yeah, and we really appreciate it.
Excellent, Vinny. Well, thanks once again. Our very first inaugural episode of Head to Head on CJAY-92.com. Give me a big hell yeah, Vinny.
Hell yeah!
Nice, man.